It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium.
But tonight we've got a good AFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from M&T Bank Stadium.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Jackson looking to throw right away.
He'll buy some time right. And incomplete to open things up.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out, how vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Now Jackson on second down, flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know what's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
Jackson on first down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven first. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 38. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Jackson forced out to his left. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 19. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Here's Jackson to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
That puts him in excellent position, first and goal after a gain of 19.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
We're scoreless after one. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. They'll run with Mitchell. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack, but he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's third and goal. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. This is the most important of them all, third and goal. Here's Mitchell. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a third and long. On target over the middle to Hill. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. That'll give him 8 that time, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. No sign of Tua departing. 4th down. They're going for it. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. That's Tua's running back. Complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Here's Mostert. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
Tua and the Dolphins offense staying put. They'll go for 2.
Let's go. Tighten up.
It's a run with Mostert, and he'll get in, and they take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for two, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Returning it, Justice Hill. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Now it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Now Jackson going to shift him around. Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And now Jackson will look to throw it. That'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 18 yards that time to push him up first and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. On second down, Jackson. And he's got it. Driving for the goal line, but he's marked down short. And with no timeouts, no chance to get the field goal unit out there. And frustration going to set in as that is going to be how this first half will come to a close. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida and Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Tonight we've got an AFC matchup in store for you, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Miami Dolphins. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Miami. And able to get this across the 20, but not much. Further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. They will start this drive with Ford. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Cooper will come in motion right. Again, they turn to Ford. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Here's Watson now on second down. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. He's going to look deep for more. Oh, and that is incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. And the slot man goes in motion left. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Here we go on 4th. Watson working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? On the ground, it's Ford. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 6. They run with Ford. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here we go. It's a safety creep.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 12-yard line. Now it's Watson.
Eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, a 12-yard touchdown run.
And the Browns put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at the 34.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 5.
Now Tua.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Couple of Alabama guys there. Tua to Waddle for the Miami first.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Here's Tua. Open man is Waddle complete. And Waddle going to have a Dolphins first down as he'll get this down inside the 40.
That's good for a Miami Dolphin. 39-yard line. Let's go, D.
Tua sets up to pass it. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down at a yard. Back to the running game with Mostert.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, first down. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check, 43.
Tua going to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Watson off play action. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. This is Ford. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. They'll keep it on the ground. Ford. And he'll get nothing out of that one. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Look at the big man rumble. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, 70 yards. And the Browns' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Tua. Steps away to his left. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain there of 30 big ones.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
He's not going to get me. There we go.
In motion left, Hill. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. That is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense. Second and 10.
Looking to pass. Tua. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up third and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
In motion, Hill. They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Check 99. Check 99.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Hey, turn it up, turn it up. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash. Turbo 3, kick.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go the first half. And no move to get the offense off the field, despite failing once. They're going again here on 4th down.
Back 6. Hey, check.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
On 1st down, it's Watson. Flush to his right. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Right back to him on 1st down. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jerome Ford as the first half is winding down. And the Browns will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is up to 18 now. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
No, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hill. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down.
And you start to think if it's going to happen for these guys, it's got to start with this drive. Down 3 scores, they need to start making some inroads. And that'll help the cause there as they pick up good yardage and a first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Tua. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa getting this out to the flat. Mostert only able to gain a couple there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing, but in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Raheem Mostert there to make the grab. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And that's caught at the 2. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Browns drive about to get started. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Flushed out right, and that is taken in by Njoku. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 33 yards that time.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done. Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Amari Cooper, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Browns are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try to hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. He'll look to throw. Steps away. Caught by Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. Meanwhile, Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. On first down, Tagovailoa. Another catch there for Waddle. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Motion man is Berrios. Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
That's caught. And he is not going to be able to break free as they wrap him up right at the line of scrimmage. And the drive for 2 is going to come up empty. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game.
And it'll be intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Dolphins are right back in this football game. This is 1st and 10.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Get to the line!
After the turnover, it's Tua. Catch made right side by Wilson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of... And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Martin Emerson. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 7.
All day, defense, all day. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Watson now to throw. They set up the screen to Chubb. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Watson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The Dolphins going to take...